I don't have much time. Okay? I got very little time to do this. I need you guys to listen to me. Okay? There is very like I don't know how else to explain it in a nicer way. But you guys are being influenced. Okay? You're being influenced to hate people. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You're being influenced to hate people. This is not new, right? This has been around. This is a consistent thing. So, I know my reputation. Okay? I understand my reputation. But let's talk about what's really important. All right? Time travel. Okay? It's been around. It's always been around. Okay? You could always do it. To have the resources to do such a thing, though, was always the problem, right? So what I'm trying to get at is like how I look at time travel. I look at it like when if you say you're from 2026, right, and you go back in time to 1948, right, your existence is already like your existence was supposed to be there. You were supposed to be there, but not in like a predetermined way, but in a historical, like just by historical fact alone, you were going to be there because your existence and your upbringing led you to making those decisions. Right? There's not a situation where you're just like I don't want to tell you this. I don't want to tell you this, but at the same time, you need to hear this. This is important. Free will is not as free as you think it is. Now, I know that we like to tout the free will argument or ideology a lot, right? But in a purely like if you look at it from a purely like biological sense, overall, like your brain is made up of everything that happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? Your brain is made up of everything that happened in the past. Everything that happened before you, right? Genetics wise, is flowing through you. Like before you were even born, your genetics, your genes were being formulated in the parents above you, in your parents above you. Okay? This is important. You as a person, right? Your existence is the amalgamation or the collection of of things before you, right? Like everything has to happen in a very specific way for you to in a very specific way. For you right now to exist in this current moment, you had to you're like you can't change your life course if you go back into say for instance you want to like oh if I could do life again, you know what I'm saying, you think that time travel is going to give you the idea or give you the ability to be able to change your life history and still live that life. You get what I'm saying? It's yeah, I'm just trying to explain it for people because like time travel is You can't, if you go back in time to 1948 and you say you're in 2026, like I said before, let's use the same example. Okay, you're in 1948. You pick up a piece of trash off the floor. That piece of trash was probably supposed to be there for somebody in your past current history, current history to exist, so you can exist, or so the things that you used can exist. But you won't know what led to what because you wasn't there, right? You wasn't there when Sony, the company, got started. You wasn't there when Walkmans became a thing. You wasn't there when iPads became a thing. So if you were to go back into the past, in the time periods when these things were made, you your existence there would change the trajectory of the history that you exist in. So you wouldn't exist. You would cease to exist, which would mean that this situation would cease to exist as well because you cease to exist it. You get what I'm saying? So I like to think personally, I have my experiences. I can't share those experiences with you. I can't. Because I am technically still anonymous. So let's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I've had my experiences. Let's just say I have my experiences. What I'm trying to get at is I propose the idea that you shouldn't be afraid to time travel. Because I do not think that the universe, as the collective universe, I don't think the universe is going to have a system in it to where it breaks itself. You get what I'm saying? I think the system itself is aware that this is a possibility, so it's going to make it to where you wouldn't be able to do that at all. Right? It just wouldn't let that situation happen. It just wouldn't let somebody get to that point. And if they did get to that point, they just probably wouldn't survive the situation. It's probably one of those things where, like, if you do try to do it, and you know what I'm saying, like, the universe is possibly, in its own right, able to just burn you to a crisp, like mid, you know what I'm saying, like mid time travel, you just die. It's possible, but the chance of it happening is low. It's just one of those situations where it's always a possibility. It's the same idea. It's the same idea as going to space. It's the same idea as going to space. It's the same process, right? It's like, oh, actually, going to space, the chances of you as an astronaut getting blown up in a rocket is possible. It can happen. But that is why they take the science of it so seriously. Because the more serious they are about the science, the better it is that people's lives are not going to be in danger in the future. You know what I'm saying? It's the same idea with time travel. You create the mechanism to do so. But that does not mean that the mechanism is going to be safe from the natural resistances against you doing this. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying, but if you understand what I'm saying, you get it. It's like, I don't know. It's just like, like there's going to be natural resistances to you doing certain things, but you've got to be aware that there are going to be resistances. So you make decisions to make sure that those resistances are as, like, toned down as possible, right? To keep it as safe as possible. And Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Like, there's a lot of things that have just. There's a lot of things that have really, really got me thinking. I was like, wow. I saw that. I saw that. Like, I can't tell y'all exactly, but the things that I saw, I was like, man, these guys are way ahead, way hot, way farther ahead than you would think. In specific categories. Let's be honest. Let's be real. What I'm talking about is being specifically highly um aware, not aware, but highly intelligent or highly educated about a certain subject or about a certain way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? I was playing cards. I love cards. Yes, cards are amazing. Um, I think um, yeah, it's just interesting to me because time travel has a way of working on people's brains. It has a way of like affecting people. You know what I'm saying? Like the idea that you could see somebody, but then you look back and they're gone because you know what I'm saying, like they're not supposed to be there. They don't exist in this time period. I genuinely think that there are cases where people see this. People see an actual time traveler and then they go like crazy from it. You know what I'm saying? And then they just like, and then but then everybody looks at him like, oh, man, this person's just they just delusion. They just lost it. They just lost it. They had just a bad downturn of luck, and all of a sudden now they're thinking that they saw a time traveler, and it's just like, oh, what's going on? When in all reality, that actually was a time traveler. Like, it was the one. It was the one the whole time. It was there. Um, you know what? Maybe I should tell you. Maybe I should tell y'all because this this moment changed everything for me. I I was like, I was going to school one day, and then I was just, I don't know, I was just going to school. It was chilling, and then walked down the street. I turned the corner. The first, I've never seen this woman before, ever. I don't think I've ever seen this woman before in my life. She was wearing like a nice, form-fitting blue dress and heels, right? I don't know what color heels. I can't remember, but she was a blue dress and she was like a blonde lady. She was sitting there on the phone. I turned the corner. I'm looking at her. I blink. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I wish I was joking. I'm not joking. I blink. One blink. You see that? One blink. Gone. Disappeared. Never seen this woman before. I haven't seen her since. That that was a situation where I it became obvious to me once I found out later. And I was like, huh, of course, of course, of course. Of course it was. And it just hurts. And it's just like, man, I can't believe like do y'all ever like think about that. Well, I guess for me, I think about it a lot. I think about it a lot. Who was that lady? Where did she come from? Why was she wearing blue? Why was she blonde? I don't know. It's odd. Mind you, I have lived in these not apartments, but like I lived in these areas for like a couple years at that point. No, about a year. About a year at that point. I've been there for about a year. I know the people in that area. I've never seen her before. It was odd. It was really odd. Okay, I'm just saying it was odd. Oh, but still, you know what I'm saying. But that's where it started for me, you know. And then I got into like, uh, I got into like this government program. I can't talk about it too much, but I got into the government program, and then I saw even more stuff, and I was like, oh, so we're not joking. Okay, got you. Okay, got you. Wow. it's, this is great. This is great. I'm happy. I'm happy right now. Anyway, um, y'all got to. This is the way that time travel works. Okay, you could just go back. You can go back in time. And here's the thing: your history is not going to change. You're just all you're going to be doing is existing in that world now. Let's go back to the time travel topic, okay? All you're going to be doing is existing in the world. You exist in that world now. Now, if you try to go now, I don't know if you'll be able to go back. It depends on what type of machine you're using to go back, right? If you're using a machine like a like a little tall human sized canister type situation you see in those sci-fi movies. If you go back in time using that, you know what I'm saying? You you might like you might you might not be able to get back. Let's just say that. You might not be able to get back simply because the mechanism you use to get over there doesn't exist in that time period. And you're gonna have to rebuild the whole out of the whole like you're gonna have to rebuild the whole thing from scratch again to go back. If you use a situation like that, if you use something that's like a vehicle, like in the movie Back to the Future, right? A vehicle might work. A vehicle might work. It's mobile, right? All you it just tears a hole and you just go right through. Boom. Here's the problem. It's still a vehicle, right? It's still a vehicle. That's all I'm saying. It's still a vehicle, which means you go back to where you wanted to go. Don't even get me started about trying to go forward in time. Let's not get into that can of worms. We're talking about past. We're talking about the history. Okay? When you go back in time, right? You are essentially taking something from you're taking whatever technology from the future and you're taking it to the past, which means that the mechanisms to produce such technology to even time travel in the first place. You get what I'm saying? You watch Phantasm too much? I have not seen Phantasm, actually. I am. I don't really engage in media as much anymore as I used to, because of all the things I have seen. All of it just feels fake and like propaganda to me. You know. Um, yeah, it's unfortunate because there's a lot of good stuff. It's just if I'm in the mood, I might for sure. Um, But yeah, man, it just sucks. It sucks. Real quick, some of y'all might not know who I am, but there is a I kind of don't exist. I kind of don't exist. I don't want to like explain too much because then it gets into and then y'all, you know what I'm saying? No, you're cool. You're cool, dirty. You're cool, dirty cow. You know, I'm just saying, you know, uh, I kind of don't, I can't really engage in the system in the way that, let's say, a normal person would. You know, it's I can't say I can't say it's fun. Um, but it does kind of help me like stay. Uh, it does keep me from being too wrapped up in what's happening around me or with other people, because then I can focus. I'm focused on my mission. I have a mission, a very specific mission. I can't tell y'all that mission because then it would ruin the mission. But I do have a mission, okay, and that mission is very important to me. Okay, 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 all right. Yeah. So guys, I need y'all to go ahead and get to tinkering, okay? We got Solar Punk coming up. We got what's the Lunar Punk? Lunar Punk looks cool. I like Lunar Punk. But we need to start making these time machines, man. We gotta start. Come on. I'm letting y'all know now, because it's gonna be a while till I come back and like talk to y'all. Okay? But like seriously, y'all gotta start making these portals, man. Get to work. Figure out a way to make time travel. Figure it out. All right. That's all for me. I love you guys. I'm gonna sign out. I don't have a watch on, but I gotta go and get some more work done. Okay. No. Before you ask the question, no, I am not the person you think I am. Okay? I'm not. Any person that tells you I'm a different person, or tells you I'm a person that I have not told, like you see my face. You see. I'm telling you right now. Right? I'm not. Don't believe them. Okay? They're gonna tell you not to believe me. But I'm telling you not to believe them. So you gotta make your decision, okay? Start doing some research. Figure it out, bro. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.